Port Maverdine. I don't care. It's 1-0. I don't care. It's 1-0. We're fucking down. 13th in the championship. The takeover happened as I said it would. People will be. Oh, when have we got Leeds? Now then, people, good morning and welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. I hope you're all doing well. It's the start of a new season now. We're done. Forget what happened, right? Forget what happened. We're not dicking around with the playoffs. We're not dicking around with, competing for top two. We're going for the league, and that's that. It is what it is. Bottom line, folks, are we in trouble? The answer is no. Stop the press, stop the cap, stop the lies, okay? Really, really poor reporting as soon as Leeds United were dumped out of the playoff final, confirmed to be championship. Really disappointed with some of the choice words in tweets, made it look a little bit scaremongering. We're going to go and have a look at this tweet and then also some of the quote tweets and responses for some crazy ass fans that believe Leeds United are in some sort of financial ruin. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Just had confirmation as well from someone pretty close to the club. Actually, I'm going to save that, okay? But I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not leaving! Okay, that's all good to go, okay? We will chat on that in a little bit later on. Stop the lies, man. Stop the lies. Fake news. That's fake news, Listen, the loan players, then they're going to go out on loan again. Russell, the loan players have a clause that says they are not going anywhere. Yeah, they're not going anywhere. Sorry, I'm reading. I'm trying to do two things at once. You know what my mind's like. Who's not leaving? Daniel Farker's not leaving, Will. So, here's my point. The loan things, they still have them clauses in the contract, okay? So, that's fine, yeah? There is... Yeah, exactly, Owen. Phil Hayes not said it. It's really poor reporting. I'm going to show you the tweet in question of what really set the cat amongst the pigeons. And Kieran Maguire, well-reputable journalist. I've spoken to him in DMs. I've tried to get him on my show. Couldn't. And he's a busy guy and all that sort of stuff. But I just didn't like the tone of the tweet because it sort of made it look like Leeds United were in shit. And I didn't want to speak on it while everything was going on. But now the new season starts. Let's speak on it, all right? The new season started today, yeah? Yesterday even. So outstanding transfer fee creditors of 190 million that mean Leeds will have to pay for old player acquisitions before they can spend this summer. So naturally, everyone's gone, oh no, they have to sell all their players before they can even spend. It's not necessarily true, is it? We have the 190 million as well, right? Let me just qualify this. The 190 million is owed, yes, but not now. All clubs amortize transfer fees, yeah? Clubs amortize contracts. We see what happened with Chelsea. You're no longer allowed to amortize over 8 years, right? They found a loophole. So basically, clubs always amortize contracts. Yeah? This is the truth. They always amortize player fees. Yeah? It's very rare that a club will pay up front. The only time really it happened was when we had Radrizzani in charge, because best believe he wanted that Calvin Phillips and Rafinha money up front. He wanted that bag before he split. Do you know what I mean? That very rarely happens. I keep still seeing people saying, have we got all our Rafinha money? Yeah, it was all paid up front, folks. We got that, right? That was part of the deal. That's why, arguably, you could argue we took less than we should for some of these players. It was like, you can have these, but you got to give us the money up front. Yeah, okay, boom. And then we packaged it as they only wanted to move to one club. We could only do deals with one club, etc. Yeah, and I fell for that hook, line and sinker too. But ultimately, you go where the club tells you you're going. You just have to look at Michaela Mudryk. He wanted Arsenal. He said, nah. You're going to Chelsea, mate, because they're giving us more money. He was crying as he signed on that contract, but he went there. Didn't he? But we were like, nah, we're getting money up front. You go in there. Is what it is. We are holding you to ransom. Yeah, look. So Kieran Maguire's tweet involved a hell of a lot of scaremongering. Yeah. So it's all... And then, naturally, right, I'm going to go through some of the bookmarks, because some of them are hilarious, right? Like, not bookmarks, sorry, some of the quote tweets. I've got it in my bookmarks, but some of them are absolutely madness. So, as you can imagine, right, let's have a look at an average... I mean, Kieran Maguire gets a lot of traction, right? Don't get it twisted. Right, okay. So, I'm going to go through Kieran Maguire's tweets, yeah? So, looking at this, we've got, you know... In comparison, right, his tweet about Leeds on the 26th of May, the day that the playoff final was played and Leeds were beaten, okay, on the 26th of May, he tweeted out about Leeds United saying that we owed 190 million before we could even spend. Well, that's not true. Yeah, yes, we owe 190 million, but it doesn't have to be paid now. So the whole line of we will have to pay for old player acquisitions before we buy insinuates that Leeds will have to pay 190 million first before we can start purchasing players. Well, that's not true, because we only owe 70 this year. And a lot of that has been taken up by the sales of Sinistera and Tyler Adams, which brought in 40 million. So already you're cutting that more than half. So in actual fact, we actually owe 30. That's one player sale this season. But the way that the tweet is worded, it's Leeds must pay 190 million before we can do anything. Again, it's not true, okay? Now, Kieran Maguire's tweet had 2.3k likes, 608 retweets, and 206 comments. Now, if we look at another tweet of Kieran Maguire's that he's potentially published, there's a lot of music and stuff on there. I'm trying to have a look. Right. An Everton one, okay? Not as sensationalised. 2 comments, 19 retweets, 69 likes. 30,000 views. His tweet that he tweeted out about Leeds United had 2 million views. So we know why this was done. We know the timing of it. We know why, right? Come on. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know what the purpose of that tweet was. To purely get clicks, to purely get interactions. What he said in the tweet is sort of true. Yes, we owe 190 million, but we don't owe it now. So the way that the wording of the tweet says, it's almost like Leeds United must pay that 190 million now before we can buy anything. That's how it's worded. There is truths in there, but it's packaged with a few bits of lies as well. Yeah? Not great. Not great. Not great that we owe 190 million. Shoddy ownership. Can't get away from that fact, but we don't owe it now. We don't owe it now. And that's the thing that really frustrated me, because, of course, Leeds fans took it. You know, Leeds fans took it. You know, and started to worry, and then Kieran Maguire had to then reply. He then had to reply. So, big up Jason, by the way. Jason said, "Oh, we've got financial problems." If you look at Kieran Maguire's responses to tweets, because he understands that he's also been on Ought to Know Better with Joe, with Luke, and said the complete opposite. Yeah. He said almost the complete opposite. So naturally, Leeds fans are holding him to account, saying, "You're lying, like, you didn't say this. You didn't say this, you're lying." And then he's had to respond to so many people saying, "I don't think you are in trouble, as 49ers will provide funding." He also goes on to say it's a cash flow issue, so has no impact on PSR or FFP. So there's no issues with FFP. There's no issues with PSR. You know, there's none of that. There's no issues whatsoever. So everyone getting, you know, I've seen some crazy tweets. Leeds are going to be in the abyss again. You know, they've reached the precipice and now it's only down from here. They're going to have to sell all the players. There's going to be a fire sale. It's lies, man. It's absolutely lies. There's quote tweets from fans showing the Peter Risdale thing. Some of the funniest ones. Like, if you go look a lot of Leeds fans are like, this is all bullshit, but there is like grim reading for Leeds fans. Everton fans, go get Archie Gray right now. You're having a laugh. You know, what the F? I wanted to see Leeds get promoted, but looks like we'll not be seeing Leeds for a while. Appear to have gambled the house again. No. You know, but then this will all be getting spoken about everywhere. You know, oh, you're in financial ruin, aren't you? You're done. You know, it's terrifying. Do I hear the words fire sale? All this sort of stuff. Again, it's just not true. It's just not true. It's lies. Stop the cap is the point I'm making, yeah? Do not listen. Do not be lulled into this scaremongering of what was put out. It was done purely for clicks. As I have explained, that tweet got 2 million views. Other tweets, 30k. It had 600 retweets. Other tweets, 30 retweets. You know? We know what was being done. And yes, it may have been to use in an article, but it was done right on the cusp of Leeds United confirming that they're a championship club by losing. Bam, get that tweet out. Let's go. And every man, get him, you know. I know, this is what I mean. Some of the stuff that's been reported as in clubs that think they can get these certain players is just a madness. You know, it's just a madness. This is the funny thing, Laura. We're not even close to getting no points deduction. You know, that we're not even close to getting no points deduction. This is the thing. This is the thing. And this is not unusual. Every single club amortizes transfer fees, amortizes contracts, yeah? This isn't not normal. Now, what I am going to do, I have the brilliant Joe Donahue did an article. He's gone through it. I'm going to reiterate some of what Joe's said, yeah? Yeah, exactly. It's just opposing fans grasping at financial straws, yeah? We are still, yeah? Yeah, this is the thing, Chemical Echo as well, right? But if you notice, nearly every Leeds fan now is responding with, yeah, but you're not in trouble. Yeah, but you're not in trouble. Yeah, but you're not in trouble. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, well, why put the tweet out? Why not put the tweet? But you know, they don't owe this year, and also they're not in trouble because it's not PSI, it's not FFP. No, because that wouldn't have done well. That wouldn't have done well, would it? Do you know what I mean? This is the thing. You can't come with that sort of tweet and not expect the club, Leeds fans, to question you on that and criticise you for that. Because literally a few weeks ago, and listen, Kieran Maguire, well respected, not saying anything like that. You know, I've tried to get him on my show, but, you know, for whatever reason, he's travelling, he's got a wife, new baby, all that sort of stuff. Congratulations. You know, couldn't get him on. He's been on No Better twice now, and he's just contradicted himself with how the tweet was positioned. And that's the frustrating thing. You know, that's the frustrating thing. And it's disappointing. It is disappointing. Because naturally, Leeds fans then shit themselves. And you have to then... Like, I've had DMs, man. Joe, we're in ruins. No, we're not. Relax, calm. Comments. We're up the shitter. No, we're not. Relax, calm. And that's done because of that. That's why. That is why, you know, and it's frustrating. So, because now we're in a new season, Southampton's done. We've done the final word. We move on. Championship's our thing now, right? We know where we're at. From now on, it'll be player sales, player incomings, news, all that sort of stuff locked off on the channel, right? So, forget about last season. It's done. It's done. It's done. Right, okay. So, this is the article. So, I'll read through bits for you. Yeah, have they confirmed that? Well, there you go. It'll be the same. They'll be pushing the same narrative. Best believe. Yeah, big up to Bill, by the way. Great servant. He was all over Middlesbrough Town Centre yesterday, weren't he? It's not a great town centre. I will say that. Right near bus station at Wetherspoons. I was like to rope it around them ends. Anyway, so among Leeds United's most pressing financial issues following Sunday's playoff final defeat is the need to fund up to 190 million in outstanding transfer fees owed to other clubs. Okay. Now, don't forget, as well, helping our situation, yeah, is the fact that we still are in receipt of parachute payments. We still are in receipt of parachute payments, okay? So that's going to help already, isn't it? Now, it is reduced by roughly around about 18%, I think it's 40 odd to 30 odd. But we still have that money. So we're still going to get that from the Premier League, okay? Now, of course, as the article says, the financial picture is far from rosy. But is it ever rosy? Is it ever rosy at any football club in 2024? No, it is not. Nah. But it's going to be even less rosier for a team that's dropped out of the Premier League, right? We know this, okay? We're not deluded. We all know this, right? But it's not bleak. It's not bleak, okay? As outlined in the club's most recent set of accounts. That said, as far as any business with operating costs at Leeds level, there will be a need to tighten the belt. Yeah, we know that we need to tighten the belt, okay? Naturally, the longer that you spend time in the Championship, the more you will have to fund the football club. We know this, right? That's why relegation is massive. Not just on the playing field, but also the staffing and all this sort of stuff. People lose jobs when you're relegated. You know, all this sort of stuff. Of course, we know that there will need to be a belt tightening over the next 12 months before the team has another crack at promotion. We're not deluded. We know this fact, right? The club do have one of the Championship's highest wage bills, and we still will have that going into next season, right? We will have to, because it's expected, because we have just come out of the Premier League and kept players of top level, so naturally we're going to have a high wage bill. And also, if they leave, we'll still want to attract the best players for this division, yeah? So we're still going to have to pay higher wages. It is what it is, right? We know this, okay? But the most pressing issue for Leeds United is the outstanding transfer fees, okay? So it's the instalments that Leeds United still owe to other teams when previous signings have been negotiated. So we're going to buy this player for 100 million. We're going to pay you 25 over the next 4 years, yeah? That sort of stuff. Not as easy as that, but that's what it is, right? So, as I said right at the start of the video, and as Joe Donahue echoes in his piece, rarely do clubs buy players up front. Transfer fees are often spread out in instalments over several seasons. Leeds, however, did negotiate lump sum payments in the sales of Calvin Phillips and Rafinha. Therefore, by comparison, and this is where there is an issue, the club are only owed somewhere in the region of 2 million, okay, in instalments from other teams. So Leeds are actually only owed 2 million, and we owe 190, right? That's where there's an issue. That's where there's a disparity. But obviously, we took them transfer fees in full at the time, okay? Knowing that further down the line, you know, we're not going to retain... What you would hope for, right? In an ideal scenario, let's say this summer, we owe 75 million. You would hope, had Radrazani not taken the lump sums for Calvin and Rafinha, that we'd be owed 70 in. So therefore, it balances the books. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what you would hope for. But because we took a lump sum in this situation, we're actually only owed 2 million in transfer fees. I don't know who that's for. I don't know what that's for. But we're only owed 2 million. And on the flip side, we owe 73 this year. Okay? And then obviously next year... You know, that's where there's going to be issues, but we can resolve that by getting promoted. Right now, there's no, like, crazy issues. But we know if we spend 3 seasons in this division, you know what I mean? Then we'll have problems, of course. But naturally, that's the case. When your parachute payments run out, you end up in the Championship for a while. Norwich, West Brom, these clubs, parachute payments gone. Yeah? So that's the real pressing issue. Is the fact that we only have owed 2 million in and owe 73 out. So Leeds will have, by the end of June, yeah, we will have been required to pay 73 million in outstanding transfer fees. So again, Kieran Maguire's tweet says Leeds United will need to bring in 190 million before they buy anyone. Factually incorrect, okay? Over the next few seasons, maybe so, but we would have brought players in during that time. We actually only need to pay 73 million by June of 2024. So when the 31st of June hits, we need to have paid 73 million. Okay? We'd have had money coming in from Sinistera and Adams, as just said in the chat. And we will also have capital put in by the 49ers to cover that. That's the thing. We've got investors aplenty. They'll put that money in. We may even sell players to add to that. Transfer window opens in June 14th, I believe. I did put it in my calendar. Just one moment. That's the Euros. I have put it in my calendar. 14th. No, transfer window opens on Friday the 14th of June. Same day the Euros open as well, right? And Somerville, Nantes, then it'll go into the Euros, okay? So you could even say between the 14th and the end of June, we might have even sold some more players. I hope if they are going, then they do go, yeah? So we need to pay 73 million, not 190 million, before we can do anything. And that's at the end of June. You've got 40 million going on to that, right? Of Sinisterra and Adams money. So 43 off 73 is what? 30? 30 million. Yeah. Now, if we haven't sold anyone by that point, you would argue the 49ers will go, right, there's 40 million, bam, we'll loan that to the club, and it goes. But you would say Leeds probably want somewhere close to that for one player in Somerville. So all this BS, right? Like that Leeds United are in ruins, or they're going to have to sell every man and the dog, is lies. Because we've just established there that, what did I say? 30 million, 27 million to be precise, says Andrew, yeah? So 73 million's owed. We take off 40 for Sinisterra and Adams. We owe 27. We sell Somerville for 30. Oh, guess what? We're back all right. Do you know what I mean? We're back all right. You could also argue Voba goes for 15. There's chat even of Somerville. Sorry, not Somerville. There's chat even of Harrison maybe going permanent, although I think he'll just loan. No one's going to buy him permanent if they can loan him. It doesn't make sense to them. Or to Jack and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, look, the points are the tweet, the conjecture around the tweet, the panic, the worry. It's BS, yeah. Jamie says, I think we'll get 35 to 40 million for Somerville. And if you do that, you're now in front again. Oh, guess what? We can start to buy players and we haven't paid 190 million. That's where the issues lie. Now, of course, 116 million will then need to be paid in future. But Leeds United, in my opinion, will be a Premier League club then. Because I demand that we win this league next season. Now, of course, I don't have no bearing on that whatsoever. And I know I said we'd go up this season because I did think we would. But that doesn't mean, I'm going to stop them believing going into next. We've got the manager equipped for the job. We've got the players. We've got the ownership. We've got everything. We'll save this for another day. But you keep Gray, you keep Rutter, you keep Hamperdoo. You build round them. Boom, we go. But all these... Yeah, this craziness, like the video title says, and like the thumbnail says, stop the lies, because that's what it is, Now, of course, this is where it becomes an issue, yeah? If we don't go up next season, then we start to worry, because then you owe 116 million. And guess what? Your parachute payments have reduced even more. Then we have an issue. That's why Daniel Farker will be on a tight leash next season. If after 10 games we're squandering, we didn't win a game in 4 last season. You can't do that Can't do nothing this. And I don't want no excuses from the board, from Farker, from the recruitment team, because everything is in place now to get moving. Yeah? So 73 million, take off what we've already got in, sell a player, we're sound. Or, better still, put in some capital from the 49ers, which Kieran Maguire has responded and said they will do that. Of course they will, because they've got money. Yeah, they're not daft. They don't want to lose. They don't want to lose money. I wouldn't say that. Gary Kieran Maguire is well respected and knows his onions, but it's just a tweet. Yeah, it's just a tweet. It was unnecessary and clickbaity. There was elements of truth to it, but not entirely. And then everyone's jumped on that. And Leeds are in the mud. Leeds are at Risdale. Even Leeds fans panicking. And it didn't need to be done. Because it wasn't true. Because as Joe Donohue's article says, we only owe 73. And we've also got Sinisterra and Adams. Let me move on. Okay, because I'm repeating myself. But I just want to get across this point. So next time anyone says to you in the street, you're in the mud, or on Twitter, just go, nah, lies. Go watch that video and talk to me. Because that's what it is. The most efficient ways to raise that sort of money over a period of time is through player sales, which there is expected to be at Ellen Road this summer. Yeah. That's the rest of what he says in terms of the 73 million and 116 million. Well, we know we've already accepted money for Sinisterra and Adams. It goes on to say, fortunately, this is the rest of the article, fortunately, the club still generates significant revenue from commercial and sponsorship deals given its global standing and brand recognition in the world of football. We've not even spoken about that. So that's going to come in as well. Commercial, sponsorship, all this sort of stuff comes in. We have fans everywhere. Massive club. We know this. Equally, the young squad at Farke's disposal has a number of sellable assets. We know who they are. You could include Melier there, bought for 5 million. You could include Somerville, bought for 1.5. You could include Nonto, bought for 5. You're going to make money, yeah? In addition to those who have spent 23-24 out on loan following relegation, some of whom are unlikely to be absorbed back into the squad, i.e. we could also sell them. Now let's not forget, on that list you have Mark Rocker, you have Max Vober, you have Brendan Aronson, yes we'll lose money on him, you have a number of players that are sellable assets as well, okay? And like Joe says, some of whom, I would say all of them, are unlikely to be absorbed back into the squad. This includes Louis Sinisterra and Tyler Adams, whose sales for reported sums of around 20 million each will only be reflected in the next set of accounts released in the first half of next year and are bound to help the club's financial picture. Goes on to say, as with the majority of Championship clubs, Leeds will be expected to report an operating loss when new accounts are released next year. Every Championship club just hemorrhages money. Listen to Simon Jordan, listen to Rads in the Plas, listen to our previous owners. They lose money trying to get to the Premier League. Unfortunately, that's just a fact of how it is. If you want to get to, look at Mel Morris at Derby, for example. He put in millions and they ended up in League One. We've been there, we've seen it, we've done it. We see clubs do it time after time after time. This is just how it is in the second tier, unfortunately. And Joe says, however, that is not out of the ordinary, and should promotion be won at the second attempt, a much healthier financial outlook will be reflected through a return to the Premier League. And that is that. That's that article. That's that quashed, hopefully. Does anyone have any questions? I'll try and answer them. I'm no financial expert, but just based on what I know from reading articles, which we can all do, it's calm. It's calm. We're going to be fine. Yes, they do. Yeah, they will do. That's in there. So that's what I mean. Look, I think Max Vober, I think the reason, say, for example, that Max Vober could be sold is because he could go to the Euros and have a great tournament for Austria, and then Mönchengladbach have competition for his signature. So it might be in their best interest to say, let's get him up permanent. Because we can't just indefinitely loan him if other clubs come for him. Now, if Harrison wants to stay at Everton ain't got no money, okay, he then could stay at Everton. But then again, if he has a boss season, this is what they have to think about from their perspective, right? But look, we're going to go up next year. Alhamdulillah. We will go up next year. And I know I've said this before, and people say you're saying this all the time, and I feel like I have to qualify myself. I should never apologise for being confident in my football team. We should be confident. No, Richard, 190 million is still owed, bro, from this point, from where we're at now, Richard. So, yeah, alhamdulillah. Not football related, but got a date tomorrow. Is it normal to be nervous? Yes, it is Reggie P's game. Of course you should be nervous. You want to impress, yeah? Take flowers, right? Reggie, take flowers. It will knock them bandy. Not enough people do it anymore. I regularly, religiously give flowers. Yesterday, flowers and roses. Chocolate. Boom. You just got to constantly replenish that vase. It knocks them bandy. Not enough people do it anymore. Chivalry's dead. Carry bags. Open doors. Trust me, it goes a long way. You would believe, because not enough people do it anymore. When she goes to sit down, go round, open her chair, let her sit down, push it in. Trust me, this sort of stuff works. So if you're going for food, do that sort of stuff. Make sure you check flowers. Take flowers. And then if you continue to see her, say, listen, when they die, let me know. Boom. Yeah? Go. Who do you think is leaning, Joe? I think you mean leaving, but Somerville non-tour definites. Push it in, joking, brother. Yeah, man. I mean, if you're good. But then what I will also say as well, Reggie, sometimes it's not a good thing if it's given the goods. No, I know it's not a good thing. If you are given the goods off the bat, it's not a good thing. Play it cool, be calm. Say, no, let's wait. Nah, let's wait. You might have a kiss a cuddle, but let's wait. Let's wait. Let's give a bit of time. Again, that will go in your favour, bro. Trust me. Yeah, but Gary, that's because it's not normal. It's not normal. That's not normal for you. I hear it. But if you set out your stall, you've got to then maintain them levels, though, right? This is the problem. You do have to maintain them levels. Yeah? Agent Ancelotti, right? I'm going to speak to you now, directly to you, my guy, right? Because you comment on all my videos saying, you should have sold Willie Gnonto and you'd have gone up. I mean, I don't know where you get that. Everton, listen to me, Agent Ancelotti, watch the lips, yeah? Everton are in the mud. You have no money. Where are you getting the confidence from the fact that you think you can get any player from Leeds? Where is it coming from? 7-7 partnership are dead. I don't know if they're coming to your club or not. You've got no money whatsoever. And next year's Premier League is a joke. There's no Luton. There's no Sheffield United. There's no Burnley. Ipswich are keeping Kieran McKenna. Massive for them. They're going to shock some people with him still there. Yeah? Leicester and Southampton are Premier League clubs. So, yeah. 777 aren't buying. Well, who is Sharper? Who is then? You've been trying to sell this club for the last 10 years. Who is? And my man, and my man, Agent Ancelotti, who comments, thinks you're buying everybody. This is what I don't understand, and I agree with what Evie says. If McKenna is back, it will be us in 2021. Exactly. There you go. Yeah, exactly, Andrew. 7-7 partners, whatever, they are bad. We just need a team of Michael Browns to get up. We need people like that, shithouses. I hear you. See, look, this is what I'm saying. Wrong. It's wrong. There you go. So, exactly, Joe. If the guy who is part owner of Palace, that's okay. Yeah. But Palace never, they're not known as that club. You know what I mean? They want to be. Their fans want to be, but they understand where they are. 5 million Joyce Penny. 5 million for who, bro? For who? Who are you getting for 5 million? I'm not salty. Genuinely, I'm cool. What I don't understand is where you keep coming saying you're going to buy these players. This is the thing. 777 aren't going to buy you, but you're in debt to them. Do you know they've loaned you millions upon millions upon millions? So if they're not allowed to buy you, do you think they're going to give you a bit of grace and say, take your time, Everton? Nah. They're going to call in the creditors and say, we want our money now. Come on now. Surely you know that they're not just going to be like, if you can't buy it, right, okay, take your time, Everton, we'll take it. It's not good. It's not looking good. Exactly. This is my point. Yeah. Yeah, they owe so much. Yeah, man. It's mad. It is a mad one. Listen, folks, I don't know what more else there is to say. I need to pop into town as well. And listen, that would be a great move for him. It would also be a great move for Somerville. If they were to move Elise on, Crystal Palace would be a great move for them. Yeah, you ain't got 5 million for Harrison's agent. This is what I mean. Bramthwaite going, yeah, okay. But think how much they owe, right? It's in a, they're coming for Leeds out of a sticky situation, but it's nothing like what's going there. Do you know what I mean? It's nothing like what's going on there, if we're being totally honest, you know? So, yeah, we got this. We got this. Anyway, please do. There you go. Brazilian judge has requested Vasco from 777 sequestered. What does that mean? Let me have a look. Because they own Vasco da Gama, right? To set apart, what was it? To take custody until a demand is set. There you go. So the Brazilian judge has basically taken custody of Vasco da Gama until a demand is satisfied. Yeah? 777 are going to want their money from Everton. So this is the point. So best believe they'll want that. Oh, you think that's helping your financial situation? Nah. Like you said, that's pocket change in the Premier League. What's 50 million in the Premier League, really? Nothing. You know? Anyway, it's mad. It's mad. Listen, we'll leave it there. There'll be another club. Steve, how can you call Steve Max? I don't know which club you support. Let me know. But we're not a yo-yo club. We're a championship club. We ain't yo-yoed. How can we be a yo-yo club when we ain't yo-yoed in the past 2 decades? That's not... I don't know if you know how a yo-yo works, but we're a championship club. So that's not the flex you think it is. We spent 3 seasons in the Premier League and not returned. So that's how a yo-yo... It goes down and then it comes back up. We ain't come back up yet. A yo-yo club, I would argue, you know, West Brom used to be a yo-yo club and stuff, but we're a championship club, you know. So it is what it is. We got to move. Got to move, haven't we? Listen, thanks everyone for watching the video. Smash a like on it, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, hit that notification bell and all that jazz. Thank you for supporting the channel. You know, this year it's been absolutely amazing. Look, over the past 48 hours, we've max 120,000 views, people. That's what it's currently sat at, over the last 48 hours. It is mad. It is mad. So I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for that. Genuinely. This is a great analogy. Yeah. Where the slow yo-yos before, when I was at school, we had the one with the ball bearings in that you could do. Like the cat's cradle, and you could do the round the world and all the moves in. Do you remember them? They came out when I was in junior school. You used to go bang and it'd go and then shoot up. That's a yo-yo of today. We're the yo-yos when Evie was young, which didn't move at all. And we're made of wood. I'm joking, Evie. When, I don't want to. I'm joking. I don't know. When my mum was young. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, anyway. I go on holiday from, Steve, see, now you can tell you've lost. That's terrible, isn't it? You've gone from actually coming with some points to going scruffy Leeds. Have a day off, bro. That's really poor from you, Steve Max, unfortunately. Yeah, really poor, but yeah. Anyway, not a yo-yo, just a yo. That's us, yeah. We are a yo. We'll let you know when we come back, we'll be the other yo. Yeah, resorting to name calling. That's when you know they've lost, Lang. That's when you know they've lost. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, I mean it is what it is. Scruffy Leeds. We don't care. Scruffy Leeds. Yeah, but guess what? Our finances are better than yours. So if we're scruffs, I don't know what that makes you, mate. I don't know what that makes that you. I can't even speak. Anyway, thanks as always. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in a bit. Please, folks, just stop the lies.